engage the opposition, engage the people of Portmore, engage the stakeholders. Because you know what, Mr. Speaker? Today for Portmore, tomorrow for Westmoreland, Hanover, or any other parish in this country. That's where we are going, and we can't allow that to happen. Finally, Mr. Speaker, I will say, should the government remain in its state of power drunkenness, proceed to enact this, we will meet the government in the courts. And, Mr. Speaker, on behalf of the opposition, I am serving notice that when the People's National Party forms the next government, we will repeal this act and we will allow the people of Portmore to determine their destiny, their form of government, because the will of the people must always prevail.
Mr. Speaker, Portmore has developed into a major residential and commercial centre. It was not developed as a parish. There is no discernible benefit that this legislation brings to the people of Portmore. They have not presented one tangible benefit to the people from this scheme of theirs. As a parish, Portmore will lack many of the facilities and amenities that parishes customarily enjoy. Many. It has no public hospital, no cemetery, no market, no parish court, and so on. The people of Portmore will continue to rely on St. Catherine and elsewhere for those amenities and facilities. This is legislation of form over substance, and its primary objective is political. We abhor the emasculation of the central role of the Electoral Commission of Jamaica in setting constituency and divisional boundaries so that the government of the day cannot do precisely what this government is intent on doing here. The parish boundary for Portmore will run through East Central St. Catherine and run through South St. Catherine, excluding from the parish of Portmore several communities that are now part of those constituencies. Those communities will be politically marooned, no longer represented by their current elected MPs, but not represented by any other MPs either. So clearly, a major realignment of constituency boundaries will be required. That is the effect of this legislation. And Mr. Speaker, for this sensitive process to be preempted by the JLP government pushing through this bill for political advantage is a backward and retrograde step. And we strongly object to it, and we will not support it.
Blessed evening to each and everyone. Guys, may I ask you for your favor? Like and share this video. Please. Like and share this video. Also, if you're a new viewer first time on my channel, then please subscribe to my channel. Alright, let us get to 100,000 subscribers. Now people, Mark Golding stand up strong on Andrew Holiness and the Jamaican Labour Party in a parliament and make them know plain and straight say, you can't just turn Portmore into another parish just like that. It no works so. Mark Golding attack the Jamaican Labour Party. But not just that alone, people. Mark Golding will be taking them to the court. Because Andrew Wallace just want to make decision off him own, him and him parry them, him cronies them, without consulting the people of Portmore. What can go so? You just go in a parliament, go pass bill without the people them? What can go so? Anyway, people, the people of Portmore take it to the street and protest against Portmore becoming the 15th parish. So people, we have all of that that come up, people. Plus, Venetia Phillip attack Usain Bolt and defend Andrew Wallace, but Usain Bolt clap back at Venetia Phillip and Andrew Wallace, people. Words of war are going right now, people. The thing are heat up. The thing are get hot. Because Usain Bolt decide to get international media involved. So the whole of them are shake like a leaf right now, people. But bless up to my viewers and my subscribers. I hope everybody having a blessed and a wonderful evening. Now, my viewers and my subscribers, remember, in everything you do, always put God first in every and any situation. Just always remember to call upon God. Always remember to pray, because a prayer day keep the devil away. Now, my viewers and my subscribers, we have a lot coming up inside this update, so you definitely don't want to miss none. So remember, watch the video until the end, and remember, leave a like on this video, give it a thumbs up, and subscribe if you haven't subscribed as yet. Alright, make we run the intro and come back. Move forward.
Call it Andrew, call it, and Iman will sound the trumpet.
Call it! Ready!
Call it, Andrew, call it! 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 Call it, Andrew, call it!
The people of Jamaica are now fed up. And I mean, the people them really fed up with the Andrew Holiness-led government. Andrew Holiness feel like I say, he is one of the biggest bully. We can just do whatsoever he want to do. Him feel like I say, him can just make decision without consulting anyone. Him just do things off him own. You maybe be the Prime Minister of Jamaica, but listen, one thing I want to remind you about. You, Andrew Holiness, work for the people. And the people them vote for you and put you where you are right now. And the people them made you who you be right now, a Prime Minister or a Crime Minister. So why throwing things in the people them face? Now you just get up out your sleep, you and your cronies them, and decide say, I'm going to turn Portmore into a parish. Portmore, we don't have a hospital. Them not have a courthouse. Them not have nothing with a stand on their own. Them still have to go Spanish Town. So why the rush? The rush is because you want to split Portmore. You want to have a dieted labor rights section over there in Portmore. That is your problem. You realize Mark Golin will beat you at the poll, so you try to make up numbers, Andrew Holiness. But the people of Portmore are not having it. The people them are protest against this evil decision of Holiness.
Portmore Mayor Leon Thomas has threatened legal action if the bill for the municipality to become the 15th parish is passed in the Senate on Friday, following its passage in the lower house on Tuesday.
I can tell the 28 of them that we are going to court because the people of Portmore voted for a direct elected mayor, not even 1 year now. And for them to do something like this, we are going to make the court decide.
Mayor Thomas, whose job will be directly impacted, has accused Prime Minister Andrew Holiness of walking back on his word.
And he said that he's not going to accommodate any discussion or do anything at this time, because he thinks that there should be a more widespread consultation with the residents of Portmore. With the absence of these conversations, certainly I am now convinced that the haste to have Portmore Parish is purely political.
Some citizens also seem to agree.
Election a come, and that is the reason why they must talk about Portmore to be a parish. You know why them didn't do it long before now? Why now?
It is a good thing because of the amount of development that is happening in Portmore. So, being as it is surrounded by so many schemes and other business places, so it is ideal for to be a parish.
We want to be heard. We want our voices to be heard. We need persons to know that we are the ones who will be affected, and they must come to us to find out if this is lucrative for us. We want hospital. We want cemetery. We want a courthouse. Come on now. Where are the amenities of Portmore that you want to make it a parish? Until you come to us, it won't happen. Because we've been walking and marching every day.
So, Mr. Prime Minister, I knew that you can hear the call of the people. That you should reverse that bill to make Portmore become the 15th parish. I knew you hear the people in my call. Why don't you consult the people first before you consider to make Portmore become the 15th parish of Jamaica? But people, I want to state on the chat down below in the comment section. You agree with Andrew Holiness to make Portmore become the 15th parish without consulting the people?
Hear something from it.
Why hear something from it? That's something, man.
We're looking forward to see what the government tables in the budget. And today is the day. This year is the year for the election, so we hope that the people will be satisfied with what they present and the people will understand what we are saying. So we're just looking forward. We're happy to be here and happy to be alive.
Right, it's like the chanting is call it, Andrew call it, the PNP is ready for the next general election?
100% ready. The fact of the matter is that the last time he was pronounced to call it and he did, they got a 42 majority. And so I think that we expect that this time again. And we're working on that. We are confident and our voters are excited, our workers are related. So I think that we have the advantage with the quality of workers and the quality of policies. So I think we're okay.
Right, and as opposition spokesperson on education, if the PNP is to form the next government, what can the education sector expect different under your leadership?
The foundation objective is 1 degree per household. And so we do all the things that are necessary to carry somebody from each household to get to a degree. It means that they must be literate. It means that they must qualify for the university, changing 18% to 80%. So 18% have 5 subjects with maths and English. We're aiming to change it to 80%. And we have a full slate of policies that we will expound upon as soon as the budget has ended.
Call it, Andrew, call it, and Iman will sound the trumpet.
So I'm here on Duke Street for the ceremonial opening of Parliament, and things are just about to get started. I'm actually among some People's National Party supporters. As you can see, they're out in their numbers here on Duke Street, and I'm going to find out just why are they here and why is this important for them.
It is very important for me to be here because Parliament will be opening after 10 o'clock, and our Prime Minister, Comrade Jefferson Mark Golding, will be the next Prime Minister calling the elections.
There's some disunity in the People's National Party. Do you think that will affect the polls going into the next general election?
No, because everybody going to unite. Everybody going to New York, and we want the change. We want the change, so everybody.
So I will now hand over to my colleague Jamila Maitland, who is with the Jamaica Labour Party supporters. Reporting from Duke Street, I'm Kelisha Williams for TVJ News.
Thanks, Kelisha. Now there's lots of excitement here on the opposite end of Duke Street as Jamaica Labour Party supporters, they're ringing their bells and marching to the beat of the Tivoli Gardens, marching back. Now they're now awaiting, as you can see, the members of Parliament for the JLP to exit the Bustamante Industrial Trade Union location to make their way down to Parliament. Now the supporters, while acknowledging the opening of Parliament, are seemingly more concerned, as you can hear from the shouts and the excitement, about the pending general election. Well, there you have it, Prime Minister Andrew Holiness leading the cohort of MPs.
Your voice is your vote. So therefore, you casting that vote, you help to make, to put the person who you see best suitable to run the country. And look around at all the wonderful things that is taking place in the country, the various infrastructure development, all the different projects and programs put in place by this administration. You look around right now, there's no other like the Jamaica Labour Party.
Mr. Colorblind, what infrastructure are you talking about? What progress is making inside of this country? More than we know, say, the Prime Minister himself have 28 bank account. The road in a Jamaica are the worst. The road them bad. The hospital them. The healthcare sector packed down. People can't get bed for sleep in the hospital. People have to sleep on floor. No medication. Unnecessary equipment them. No they in a hospital neither. The government of Jamaica can't find over $700 billion in the healthcare sector. But yet still no bed in the hospital. What infrastructure are you talking about? What? Usain Bolt losing his money to SSL and the government are silent about it. What infrastructure? What? The government of Jamaica a bully people? I make it look like I say a done ship in the pan? What infrastructure? Now, people, Venetia Philip, the flip-flop. This side says she a go attack Usain Bolt over his own money because Usain Bolt came out the other day and he said this.
We've heard how much you talk about, pride for country and how much you give back to the country. Oh, this SSL saga right now that's going on for about 2 years? Yeah. 3 years now? Two. You know because you better put out the cryptic message. How much does it hurt you, this whole saga, knowing how much you've given to this country? You've kept silent for the most part. The most we see out is just a cryptic social media message. Post them. How much does this hurt you?
Well, it tough. Tough to know say it happen, and then this I go on this long. This kind of make me look on who I am and what me the things say which part me did there on the food chain in Jamaica. Like, if this happened to me and it I go on for 2 years and I can't see back a dime.
Shit, yeah.
And I said, Jaja, is a man say you really saw evaluate like yo. Cause me must have old people say, yo, you still at Jamaica? Why you still at there? I say, nah man, I love my country. My country love me and the people them and government, everybody. You feel like we're on the same page, you see me? So when that happened, it lit me for 6. Me never forget. NJ called me and say, yo, big man, where? And I say, me there and I do me, get my finger on my foot down and thing and I say, man say, you sit down and I say, yeah man. I said, I'm glad you sit down and I said, Jaja, what is it? What is it?
Right?
And I have to get up. And the man I say, and him tell me I have to get up and go outside. And I said, nah man.
You have to tell me, I say, hold on for the nails.
I said, what you said to me? And I explained to me, so it lit my heart better. And then show over time how it has progressed and what I expect me not get. Or what I think me don't see and the help me not get from certain people. And you know see it, me I said, Jaja.
In terms, is it from government? Is it from the government perspective?
The government alone really can't do nothing.
So, after that interview started to circulate on the internet, Venetia Philip, that was once a member of the People's National Party, and flip-flop over to the Jamaica Labour Party. Venetia Philip said, did you get advice or directive from government directly or indirectly regarding making the investment you made? And then last, was it all privately done? Have you sued the person who managed your affairs? These questions, if answered, will give us ear perspective. So Venetia Philip run out strong and decide say him a go victimize Usain Bolt. Him a go jump down Usain Bolt throat. But Usain Bolt never hold back. He repost the same thing where Venetia Philip post and he said trying to victim shame me. Don't be a syndicate. Usain Bolt, I tell Venetia Phillips, say, you are trying to victim shame me. Don't be a syndicate. Now, Venetia Phillips, you are behave as if the man of the talk about his money. You are behave as if Usain Bolt no lose his money. Now, how comes Andrew Holiness get to take out 147,000 USD out of SSL, but Usain Bolt no get to take out none? That is a question where Uno labor right need to answer. Because Uno behave as if Uno are more bully than anyone else in other country. Yeah.
Usain Bolt went and make a post. This politician lady, she went underneath the post. And in layman terms, what she's basically saying is, did you sue that private entity? Basically what she has said is, did the government tell you to go and invest in that company? So you know what I mean? He's trying to let the government pay for it when and never the government tell himself to go invest, that's all. And it's a private company. So obviously, they might try tell him straight, say, listen, you're not getting back a dime. That lady, they're bad and strong.
My only hope say the people of Jamaica can look into what's going on with Usain Bolt and ask themselves, if Usain Bolt is a legend that have done so many things for Jamaica, he have done so much for Jamaica, and this government can treat Usain Bolt like that, what would they do to me and you who are nobody to them? What would they do? Now, me realize say all of a sudden, me see people are run up and down about international forensic put out this and put out that, like them take wiffy idiot. Where all of this did they all along? Fi uno can tell with international forensic said this and said that. Now, people, check out this from Nationwide.
We have Dennis Strong on the line speaking about the SSL debacle, and you were right in the midst of speaking about how you view it from an accountant's perspective, Dennis.
Yeah, so let me say first that financial institutions fail every day all over the world, especially in the US. Remember FTX, right, recently? That was a big thing. The government cannot take up taxpayers' money and compensate anyone, right? I mean, that would be a serious violation on behalf of the government if that were to be done. Remember, what happened with the FinSac situation is that they bought into the organization and took over the organizations, took over the debts of the organization. And it's on that basis that they pump capital into it. Now, if we follow the story that most of the money did not get to SSL, even if the government were to buy out SSL assets and prop it up, then what would happen is that most of that money that did not reach SSL would not be compensated back anyway, right? So that's a big problem. And what has to happen is that whoever's money did not reach, then they have to take personal action now against the individual. So that is something outside of the scope of the SSL. So the scope of the audit is not going to discover where that money went necessarily, right? I have my suspicions on that, right, as to what happened. I don't think that the persons who took the money took it deliberately to just take it out one time and steal it. I think that just like a Ponzi scheme, what might have happened is they say, let me take this money and see if I can make it in an investment, make some money off of it, and then put it back. I think that's what they got caught up in, right? Mm-hmm. So I don't think that there's anything for the government to give back to those investors, including Bolt, who might have gotten shafted in that way, right? So there's no liability on the government. There wouldn't be any liability on the regulators. That's a straight situation with the person who took the money. And what the investigation needs to happen now, I think if that information comes out, then criminal prosecution, criminal investigation can now start to take place against the persons that Bowles' team would have had interaction with. There's a statement in a saying in Latin in economics called caveat emptor, right? That means let the buyer beware. And it's a fundamental principle, and people need to understand when you are buying a product, even though you have the Consumer Affairs Commission, or when you are buying a service, right, which this is, then what you as a buyer need to do, the economics places the emphasis or the principle of the market on the buyer. Be aware of what you're buying. Do your investigations. And I think that is what got caught up, because I can't understand how you have an investment for years, whoever it is, and you're not monitoring it, for example, with an online app or going in and speaking to someone.
Now, what these evil people are trying to do over there at Nationwide is trying to help the government and SSL to cover up. Now, wanna hear what them say? Majority of bolt money never reach SSL. Why now? Why tell we that now? Because bolt come out and speak out against the government and all who involved in this SSL saga. Why now? Uno think uno can chick we don't. Uno can't chick we because we not take that from uno. So uno can go sit down in one little corner and go on relax uno self, because uno can't chick the people of Jamaica.
Me people, uno see how life go. Look how hard Usain Bolt run for Jamaica, right? And now the man come talk about him money again after him money get missed up for so long and he no get back $1 out of him money, right? And when Usain Bolt go up on the fix and go talk about him money, now we have this person now from the political body as well. I go turn around and ask Usain Bolt, say, did you get advice from or directive from the government, directly or indirectly, regarding making the investment where the man put on him money? The investment you made and then lost, was it all privately done? Have you sued the person who managed your affair? These questions if answered. We don't see why Jamaica is the most corrupt country in the world. Is one of the most corrupt country in the world. Because what is the financial services body there for? Where them did it for? Now if you protect people who invest their money in a legit company that is governed by the financial body, then if Usain Bolt investing money in that such company, and an investment which you would have thought that Usain Bolt investing money and those persons were trusted with Usain Bolt money to diversify in portfolio, invest it in a different asset class. Usain Bolt didn't lose his money because of whatever asset class they invest his money in, whether it goes up or it goes down, and he was on either side. Usain Bolt did not lose his money as per investment. Them thief Usain Bolt money. And you have to tell me, say, the government knows, say, them thief Usain Bolt money, and somebody who have any form of representation in the government like this as Madia, I won't even call your name. Because this is just a true example of backing the corruption in Jamaica. You know, say the man money not lose through him investment. You know, say a thief them thiefy. And what is the financial body there for? To protect people like these who say them invest in a legit company that is oversight and governed by the financial body. So when you have a company where deal with anything with money, right? The financial services is supposed to deal with it and make sure that them people are legit. Anything happen, just like when you put your money in the bank. Anything happen, this supposed to happen and that's supposed to happen. Usain Bolt not get back none of your money. But Usain Bolt, you have the spotlight and you have the power. If I'm here, you may call them FBI, CIA, everything. I don't care how Jamaica want look. Because if me I live up a country, run off me told them and me heal them and me foot bottom for your country. and my money missing, and the government doesn't intervene that much. Them just validate the other day, say Usain Bolt money was missing. Just validate it the other day if you say yes, Bolt money gone for true, which we know a long time say them thief the man money. And now you go ask if you ain't get directive indirectly or directly regarding investment, and him put in money and lost it. The man not lost them thief the man money. There is a big difference about making an investment and your account wipe out via the investment because you made a bad investment, comparing to when you put your money for invest and then thief it. So no see how people back criminality neatly. So you're going to say, no, Usain Bolt never get no advice. He just made a bad investment. So basically then, he made a bad investment. So what happened with them, the people? They're not thief the man money. You see me assure no? That's why corruption, crime and them something there. In a Jamaica, it will never done. Because when you have people up at the top of the stream who will back and support certain things, you now have to go come and ask no question. Usain Bolt, you have the spotlight and everybody know you're Usain Bolt. Don't worry about how Jamaica want to look. Just make sure you get back your money.
Bolt is joking about his saving reputation. Jamaica has no reputation and you will never be able to get back your money because those guys who took his money, they don't do any refund. Absolutely no refund. Yes, they prefer buy a judge more than refund you. Come on.
By a judge? By a judge?
It's a rogue government, you know.
Rogue.
Mafia-style government. Good night.
Yes, sir.
Usain Bolt has no chance of getting back his money, you know. Immediately as the money went in, it was used to purchase the property on Oak Road. Because they were in New Kingston beside CIBC. So it was Usain Bolt's money used to purchase that luxury office building on Oak Road. That's above.
Wall it down! Wall it down!
Devon House beside Domino Pizza.
Which building?
The SSL building.
What?
SSL didn't own a building. It was ARC system building they were using besides CIBC. It was when Bolt put in his money, they used that money to purchase the property.
Oh, where you say, sir? Nothing gonna hear! Nothing gonna hear!
So the money went missing immediately. Right? And Bolt has no chance of getting back that money. No time at all will he ever get it back. So he's very stupid to say he's trying to save the character and reputation of Jamaica. Jamaica is already a pariah state. So there is nothing to protect. The country is spiraling downwards into depravity. Children are hungry. People can't pay their bills. 5% of the people are able to survive under Holiness, while 95% of the people suffer. Listen, when Mark Golding comes into power, he needs to just focus on 10 or 12 people and all the monies we can be restored to run Jamaica. They have it. You have to color him from in Canada. And some of the ministers and a few of the businessmen, I see they're using First Rock investment, similar to a SSL thing. Those monies that were transferred from SSL into NCB. Who was the beneficiary? The man at the top. The Prime Minister.
Look. Me nothing gonna hear. Me nothing gonna hear. What is?
We know who was putting him up to become Prime Minister when he was Education Minister. We know who. It is the same SSL connection put him up to become Prime Minister.
Oh.
And now, the Prime Minister is super wealthy. He will never be able to get broke again. He's rich beyond this wildest imagination. His children will be set. And grandchildren, probably 4 or 5 generations ahead, can survive from his personal wealth.
So what do you mean? So what do you mean? So that means that the Prime Minister is a billionaire or a trillionaire?
The Prime Minister is close to becoming a trillionaire.
Jamaica
if 3 of his accounts, $473 million ran through only 3 out of 28, you know. So you have 25 outstanding. Remember, he has a vast real estate empire and his wife, you know. And money is offshore. Build it. Listen, once you're sparring with SSL, you're going to own multiple buildings in the United States and in Canada, just as they did with Dr. Paul Chen Young from the Eagle Merchant Bank.
Jamaica, run! Run! Lord
so it's
God.
doubling down, they're doubling down. And it's not only you see Bolt's money is missing, there are other investors. So we have to talk about them also. You understand? He must know who encouraged him to put his money there. Because he was flexing with a lot of Jamaica Labour Party activists.
What you
say? See that he stops.
Wait. What you say? Carla, what you say? What was doing? Nothing couldn't hear. Nothing couldn't hear.
Yes, he was flexing with a lot of JLP activists in high circles in society.
What you say, sir?
So he's supposed to know how his money reaching SSL.
Oh.
Because if he had done any due diligence, they would have seen that the SSL connection is coming from the FinSAC in 1990s when they wipe out people money and claim bankruptcy and bought hundreds of properties overseas. So obviously the people who encourage him to put all his money or a lot of his monies there didn't mean him any good. He used to party with them at night, play domino, enjoy the ladies. I see him stop going around them now because he doesn't trust them because he has to enhance his security now. Because remember, you know, when you reach in that position and the head of government have your money, right?
Yeah.
And you know you don't have a chance to get it back. You have to stop flex with those guys because they'll take you out. So remember.
So what the Labour right them when used to par with? Cause look like you know them business.
No, I'm not going to call anybody's name, you know, but people used to see him at the various clubs. And see him around people hugging up and all that kind of thing.
It's which club that?
You know? People know, man. The same one that has a lot of controversy going on. And people want justice and can't get it. By the way, the numbers of the club dwindled since the killing occurred up there. Yes, a lot of people start to go half a tree now at Dillot. That's where most of the people are going now. The crowd size has been cut since the incident.
Is united in a Labour Party. See them there. Wall it down!
And there's more police presence in the parking lot right now.
Really?
Yes.
Oh.
Things are bad. You can understand easily why the country is so poor. Because the man and his team went on an embezzlement drive, you know, that reverberate through the entire society.
Wait a minute, the Prime Minister went on an embezzlement?
Look here, once I saw the Prime Minister flexing with SSL boss, I know he was up to something.
Oh.
Because people with knowledge know who that man is.
Jamaica run! Jamaica run!
And his team went on an embezzlement drive, you know, that reverberate through the entire society.
Wait a minute, the Prime Minister went on an embezzlement?
Look here, once I saw the Prime Minister flexing with SSL boss, I know he was up to something.
Oh.
Because people with knowledge know who that man is. You understand? It's one thing that man up to. And it's to pull off multi-billion-dollar style embezzlement scheme. And the Prime Minister, on all accounts, seems as if he was in agreement with the deal for wealth creation.
Oh! Hey, me tell you, them tricks are so evil, you know. Listen to that part, yeah.
Now, the other transaction which concerned me was the one where the account was opened at NCB. It was opened with no money in it. And I didn't know you could open an account with no money in it. a couple of days later, there was a deposit of a little over 143,000 US dollars, which came from SSL. And in the context of the discussions which we have been having about SSL, I believe that the Prime Minister needs to address this and explain how and why that money came into his account from SSL.
Jamaica, run! Run!
Well, listen, when the incident, when both money gone from long time, he has no chance of getting it back.
So it says years now the money. It's years the money missing, but they were just giving him false statements.
Because the person who was doing it is well experienced.
Oh?
He has done it before in the 1990s. So he's just doing it again. Remember, he's one of the financiers of the JLP,
Oh, the person who was doing the scheme is one of the financiers of the Labour Party.
Look here, the man went to Canada. His father owned a gas station at Rockford, close to where KFC is at now. And his father sent him to Canada to do automotive art, which is body work. And he said, no, man, you're wasting time. I'm going into finance. And he just did a diploma in finance and a little certificate in business.
Yes.
And came back and he became Dr. Paul Chen's young number 2 man, not his right hand. To date, he controlled most of Dr. Paul Chen's young wealth.
Oh. So you're giving us the history.
That guy deal with billions. He has multiple properties in Norbrook, Canada, and America. He's a Canadian citizen.
Oh, you're saying the mastermind?
He gone. They allow him to go through the airport. He's gone.
My God.
But he has his children. He has his daughter and his son.
Jamaica, run! Run!
I see Chris Gale and his son flexing very regularly now at certain clubs.
Chris Gale, who? And his son?
And the man's son.
And the son of the mastermind?
Yeah, so Chris Gale should be ashamed of himself to know that a legend like Bolt Money has been taken among other citizens and he's still flexing with the man's son.
Hey! And what is Jamaica? Is united in a Labour Party. See them there. Wall it down! So Chris Gale, now they are India caller?
Well, whenever he's in Jamaica, I see him and the man's son very often.
Hey, no, sir, this is serious. You sound like you come from uptown and know uptown business. Hey, me tell you, them treacherous are evil, you know. Listen to that part, yeah. Hey?
Brother, listen. You saying once the money went in, the money was gone. The money was gone because that man doesn't have any time to work for any money and deal with any interest. That man is grabbing for billions non-stop.
Yeah.
His belly is full now, so he can stop now and live in Canada. Look here. Why you think they're laundering so much money in First Rock investments?
What is the First Rock is a money laundering scheme? I don't know about that.
You don't see they put up the man up there and make him CEO. Where he gets his capital from to start First Rock investment. You don't see it was the airport money, $400 million.
What you say?
What you say? Airport money started it.
Hey, me tell you, them treacherous are evil, you know. Listen to that part, yeah. Airport money.
Listen, and the Prime Minister put that man from First Rock on board too. He was chairman of the National of the Education Trust Fund.
But I think he's also chairman of Nationwide. Nothing couldn't hear. Nothing couldn't hear.
Finance Minister is a director of Nationwide from the inception. So it's the monies, the multi-billion of dollars moving through about 12, 15 people in Jamaica. So Mark Golding now must go on a when he gets power, he should hold them, make sure they can't go through the airport. Make sure you grab them. Like Ukraine, they have to extradite him from Canada because Ukraine, we're not going to take the chance and come back. Remember, Ukraine, we can't go anywhere in the world, even Monaco, which is the most expensive tourist destination, He can go there and live like a king. He has enough money.
This is serious,
who are in Jamaica, they have to hold those who are in Jamaica. Make sure they don't go through the airport.
So take with them visa.
Yes, the Mark Golding has to act hastily. He has to secure the ports and the borders. As he wins on that election night, he has to start securing. He has to align himself with some top police from now.
Jamaica, run!
Make sure on certain people at the airport, but the Prime Minister is ruling with a iron fist. He's a very determined guy to hold on to power,
Really?
I think that Andrew Holiness is a walkover,
Oh.
He's a tough guy,
Yes.
This man, you think he's easy to beat? Yes, there is a national momentum in favor of the PNP because of the crisis going on. It's very obvious.
Yes.
But this man not giving up power so easily, he prefer uses a security force and create havoc in the society rather than to give up power.
So you're saying that is by design so many Jamaicans are being killed?
Definitely, man. The man give orders to the police, to just get out people like that. It will create confusion. It will create a deflection from the Integrity Commission's report.
Oh.
Which says that the Prime Minister has obtained illicit enrichment. So anything, if it is even to cost 100 lives, the Prime Minister will embark on that journey to make sure that there's a deflection, because when fire is on a man's heels, he starts to act frantically. And a lot of his decisions are out of panicking, out of fear.
Look.